Hey guys, it's your boy NJ back with more World Cup action. Let's see, this match kind of caught me off guard. I literally said to myself, "Oh, a match is about to start," but my memory just don't be clicking sometimes. Let's see what we got here today, because we're gonna have to run this back a bit. Because as you can see, they already started. How many turns are they in? Like 4 turns. Okay, so we're not doing so bad. So we got AtraX Madara playing for Belgium, and we got haxlolo playing for Argentina. Both are in a spot where they both need a W. Both teams are not performing poorly. They're both basically, I would say, straight down the middle, so-so. But yeah, both need a W. Very important game for both teams to stay in contention to qualify. So yeah, I honestly I know about Madara, but I've never seen them play. And haxlolo, I honestly don't have any information about. But let's look at the matchup real quick, and then we're gonna try to catch up as quick as we possibly can. So we have an all fighting type three at the top of Madara's team: Great Tusk, Valiant, and Iron Hands. And we have Golden Go, Volcarona, and Meow Scarada to finish off the build. While on haxlolo's side, we have Dragapult, Valiant, um, Garganacle, Garganachi, Corviknight, Great Tusk, and Toxapex. So Madara's team is, I would say, it's an offensive build to say the least. I mean, there really is not much defensive backbone, so you kind of have to just view this from a offensive perspective. But it's not. Well, no, it could be HO. I don't know. The Iron Hands on it kind of throws me off. I don't know why. And then I don't know. Axel's team's definitely a balance to say the least. I mean, it's not even like a question. It's 100% a balance. It's not much really that I can say just off of looking at the build. I mean, it could be a very success. So let's just dive into the match because honestly, sets can vary so much. Okay, so this is Focus Ash. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a hyper offensive build. Goes for spikes. It's going to get another round of spikes up. His opponent goes for U-turn. I doubt it was even a default to begin with. Opponent goes Valiant, reveals that it is Booster. Goes straight for a Calm Mind as the Dragapult naturally switches out as it does not want to drop. It's such a common interaction. Like the Dragapult comes in, the Valiant goes out with Booster. Someone's gonna pull the trigger one of these days and just straight up attack it. Do a lot of damage. Cause it's just so funny. Like I feel like so many players just take advantage of it always switching, and the chances of it staying in is slim to none anyway, so it's understandable. Okay, so Xlu here goes for a fairy reveal and reveals Haze, which what's so funny is how that is so rare to see on this thing now. Like that's actually like a rarity. Both teared so early. Both tearing early makes complete sense for both sides. I feel bad for Madara because you do not expect a Toxapex to be running Haze at all anymore. And yeah, it was hurt by spikes too, so you probably would have thought AV as well. It's because it's definitely not boots. But it could be cloak, it could be Shuka. Yeah, I mean, there's different sets it could be, but it certainly is not AV as the Haze is revealed. That's very unfortunate. So Hax goes Garg, and that is clearly special defensive. Jesus Christ! And also with it being steel now, that means that Assault Cure will do 1,000,000 damage every single time that the Valiant stays in. It forces the Valiant out, which is very important. The booster energy is gone. And as you can see, though, the Golden Go is firing off very strong Shadow Balls. And at this point, gets his fishing for a special defense drop. Decides to go Evoke this turn, which is okay. But we know that this will no longer be able to Terra, so this Volk is not really a threat at all to the Garg. It is revealed to be Cloak Golden Go, which is very important for Madara to be able to break through this team. Go straight for a Shadow Ball, just takes out the Golden Go, which makes me think, okay, so what is this Garg? This Garg doesn't have the ability to beat the Golden Go? Because I would think it'd have to be Water Guard, because you kind of need a way to be able to. I don't know why that was sacked so early. We'll get back to that. Clicks knock. Volt comes out. It's just gonna quiver at him, man. Whiz? But there's a Garg, huh? Double? We're gonna see a double? Okay, see, so it is. So it probably is water Garg. It's just that, you tear it so early, it's not gonna be able to showcase it, of course, which is understandable. Huh. That Make It Rain actually healed the Garg. That's crazy how that did not OHKO. Garg is amazing. I feel like he should have kept recovering, but I get it. Equake was still doing a ton. Great Tusk comes out, clicks Earthquake, showcases the balloon on our hands. This is such a quick game. You gotta love HO games, how quick they make it. Goes for Rapid Spin. SDs. I mean, Equake isn't gonna kill it, so completely understandable to go for SD there. But I wonder, is Drain Punch gonna take it out of range of another Equake? It does. That's very interesting. Decides it does not want it to drop. Goes this. It's gonna go for Wisp, isn't it? With some Morning Sun. And the Valiant comes out. Oh, gets the trick. Such a good turn. Such a good play by Madara. It's going to easily able to recover here. And then it's firing off a Make It Rain that's going to most likely take it out. Okay, goes straight Valiant on it. Huh. I don't know. I just don't know. Decides to sack the Iron Hands here. Basically, Iron Hands is just going to have to take the Rapid Spin. And then what is Volcarona going to do here? It's going to go for Wisp here, no? Misses the Wisp. Goes Golden Go. I guess you got a double Great Tusk here. Yeah, good play. You just Equake here. Is this going to go Volcarona? How much is this Equake going to do? It's not going to do enough, that's for sure. Morning Sun. Opponent decides to knock off, which is kind of like futile because it did. Unless this was hazard setting. I don't think this was hazard setting. It's kind of like. Oh, wait, no. Is this hazard setting? It's really. Well, it already got burned, so the game's over anyway. I mean, once that got burned, the game was over. Because now Golden Go just beats it easily. Doesn't have to worry about anything. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can just spam Fire Dance here, and that's doing so much damage. I mean, it's basically, yeah, it takes it out, and that's that. The Volcarona just wins. This is a weird game. Like, it happened so fast. I kind of want to recap this a bit, because this is kind of weird how this happened so fast, and I feel like, I don't know, this should not have played out the way it did. Goes U-turn, goes Corv, U-turns, completely understandable. Both, this is on let me think. You Terra there, you're scared of most likely a Terra Electric. Yeah, it's understandable, especially because such a big threat to his team. Goes Garg, understandable, does nothing. What did it do? Recovered, right? Yeah, understandable. Core comes in because it's lost its like switch-ins to Golden Go, which is, I mean, that's just amazing pressure by Valiant, honestly, when it's all said and done. Keeps, okay, and then this turn was interesting. Goes straight guard, which is understandable because you at this point probably think it's Scarf, because it just keeps spamming Shadow Ball. And then, of course, Cloak is revealed as you click Saw Cure there. Then you go Corv, it nasty plotted, right? Yeah, and then you just drop because, you know, that's what you have to do. Like, you got no choice. Then Dragon Pull comes back out. You click Shadow Ball because the Shadow, there's literally no Shadow Ball. Switch in. And then you decided to click Shadow Ball on the Valiant. I think this is where things went dark quickly, and I don't think this was the play. This was a funny thing of, okay. Okay, so you don't go for Shadow Ball there, in my opinion. I think if anything, you go Garnackle. It's going to force it out. and it's most likely going to force it into the golden go. And in my opinion, you probably need to make the aggressive play. Assume that the opponent is going to switch out, because I don't think it's going to want to risk golden go dying. And you go for rocks that turn. I think that is the best play for you to make. And most likely your opponent is going to go that Volcarona. I think you have to be aggressive in this situation. And I think on the golden go prediction, you have to set rocks. Once the golden go like switches out to Volcarona. Because once rocks get up, it makes it possible for this Dragapult to really just dig it, just go crazy. And it already, I mean, just doing 96%, it's amazing damage. But obviously it dies now. And you need this Dragapult to win the match. And I think just going for rocks is a safer play as opposed to going for spin. Because, for example, I mean, if the golden go does, like, you know, I guess predict you to go for rocks, it does a massive damage attack to you, at least you still have rocks up. And you can then attempt to hopefully pull off enough pressure with Dragapult and Co. to be able to win the match. Of course, it's not a guarantee. But I feel like at least it gives you a chance, as opposed to, you know, the situation, of course, that did happen where you just died and, you know, the Valiant's still alive. And your Dragapult, which is the most important thing that you need to win, is, you know, dead. And then, yeah, I mean, I feel like that was the pivotal and the most deciding turn in the game. Goes for E-Quake. He's spamming it. Completely understandable. Has no choice. Yeah, I mean, that's just how that cookie crumbles. I mean, that really all there is to it. This was a pretty big turn, too. I ain't gonna lie. This having balloon is that's just unfortunate. And really smart by Madara for this being balloon. You know, not allowing this team to get dominated by E-Quake spam. So, good building. Madara played this amazing. I won't even lie. Like, this was played so well by Madara. I don't think I can even find a misplay. It's not like I'm really like searching for one even. Like, this was played top notch. This was played phenomenal by Madara. Yeah, that's my takeaway from this game. Madara played this so well. Probably one of my most one of my favorite well played games so far this World Cup qualifying. Yeah. All right, it's your boy NJ. Hopefully back later with more World Cup action. We out. Peace.